We have an excellent speaker who is so very much engaged in campus sustainability. So we're very pleased to have Dave Newport here today, who's the director of the Environmental Center at the University of Colorado at Boulder. And this center was founded on Earth Day, 1970. And I actually remember the first Earth Day living here in Washington. And, oh, sorry about that. And the center is very much involved in all aspects of campus sustainability, from recycling and food and climate change and energy conservation and so forth. But also, Dave chairs the university's carbon neutrality working group, led to the creation of that university's climate action plan, and is a faculty associate in the environmental studies department, where he actually teaches a course in carbon neutrality planning for higher education. He's also very much engaged at the national level. I'm still advancing your slides, I can see. He's the secretary of the board. He's the secretary of the board of directors for ASHE, and is one of the 3 original co-creators of the STARS tracking system that's emerging really as the default metrics program for campus sustainability. So we are very pleased to have Dave with us, and I hope you'll join me in welcoming him to the stage.
All right, so we'll talk about who that is in a minute. Thank you, and welcome to the after lunch nap portion of the program. Hopefully you had a nice big lunch and you can catch a few more Z's while we continue to prosecute you under the death by PowerPoint doctrine. I've stood in front of too many rooms and classrooms to talk without having a PowerPoint crutch, so I'm going to inflict it on you. As was indicated, we're with the University of Colorado at Boulder. I don't generally speak in the second person, sorry. And what didn't mention is I came there from the University of Florida, where back in the 90s we started the sustainability program there. And so when I came to Boulder, to the University of Colorado at Boulder, began working there and writing things and emails and memos and so forth about the University of Colorado at Boulder, UCB, and was quickly corrected that no, we are CU. Do we have a pointer, by the way? Might need one sooner or later. Okay, so we're CU, fine. And shortly after that, was invited to do some work at the University of Denver. University of Denver, UD, no. In fact, University of Denver is DU. All right, and got a call from my colleague at the University of Kansas. No, they're KU. All right, I get it. What's going on here? And all I will say, at the risk of being ever so slightly indelicate, is that we're very glad that this happens west of the Mississippi and not when I was at the University of Florida. Been a lot more fights. So that's, by the way, our new $1 million brand there. Definitely not making that part up. The Environmental Center, thank you. As Scott indicated, been around a while. We're in our 41st year. I think I'm the 6th director or something like that, so I think my time's about up. And it was founded on Earth Day of 1970 by students, and has been governed and funded by students ever since. So for 41 years, the students of the University of Colorado Boulder have been voting with their wallets to implement sustainability programs. So that's a long way of saying we're funded by student fees and governed by a student board of directors. The students have been successful at launching numerous efforts related to campus sustainability because they wanted to. And so including the nation's, this is the home of the nation's first collegiate recycling program. They started recycling right away. That was what you did then. and many other things along the way, as you can see. We've been named the greenest campus in America according to the Sierra Club. We were the first campus to attain a STARS Gold rating under the ACE system. We're consistently among the sustainability leaders under the Sustainable Endowments Institute, and you can read all of our talking points. What you don't know, and we don't say, I think, enough, is what a prodigious research facility we are as well. And depending on how you slice and dice the NSF money, we're either number 1 or number 3. I'm claiming number 1 here because if you take out oceanography, we are number 1. And Boulder not being particularly well suited for an oceanography program, we feel like that's legitimate. And that, of course, that talking point came from the head of our research institute, who, compiles these numbers. Along the way, we have, the students and the Environmental Center have formed numerous partnerships with the administration, and now it's a full effort on all sides of the 3 legs of the stool of the campus, faculty, administration, and the student body, sustainability, and each bring considerable assets and talents to the table. So having said all that, this is how much I know about anything. This is me, the little one, for a change. And so I don't want to sit up here and pretend like anything that I say is prescriptive or the way things must be done or that we actually know anything, because I think all of us who've worked in sustainability more than about 5 minutes have figured out there's not a real good playbook on this, and we're all trying to divine our way through the dark as best we can and do as much as we can without there being a lot of guidance from a playbook. We're kind of making it up as we go along and testing things and failing and being successful. And of course, you learn more from failures. So what we're going to talk about today is based on STARS. This was a plenary based on STARS, and we'll get there. But we need to talk about a few things first. First, I want to talk about what are the phases of sustainability as it relates to implementation at a campus. What are sort of the typical attributes so that each of us might see where your campus may lay in this continuum, and then, of course, creates a vision for where you want to go. And mind you, none of this is discrete. There'll be elements of each phase perhaps present on your campus simultaneously. But that sets the groundwork for the inevitable talk about what the heck it is campus sustainability. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to do a little algebra while we're here, because this is going to lead to something. So we'll first talk about a definition of campus sustainability. That'll be very short, and that definition will be the X variable. And we're going to talk about and understand more fully the value proposition of sustainability. How does sustainability create value? What is the pathway between your action and sustainability, some sustainability outcome? So that nexus between your cause and effect, the value drivers, we'll call them, are why. And then we're going to get our arms around a little bit the breadth, as promised in the title, the breadth of what we do on a campus, and apply our campus sustainability definition through those value drivers across the range of activities on campus, and the sum product of that will be total sustainability. So X plus Y plus Z equals how we hope to move forward and really roll out a congruent, methodical, systematic approach to implementing sustainability. And then, of course, I have to take some cheap shots at it at the end, and I will encourage you to do so as well. All right, so phases of sustainability. And by this, I mean campus sustainability. The first thing we need to know is that we're in a megatrend. And I think all of us here today realize that instinctively, but people are writing about it and reinforcing that as well. This work quotes from Dan Esty and Dave Lubin of Yale Business School in Harvard Business Review, no conflict there, last year, a groundbreaking article on the sustainability imperative, where they go through an analogous